From Mama's Comfort Cooking, and we are about to make a 30-minute dump cake. A 30-minute dump cake. It's a chocolate dump cake. It's easy to make, and for those that said they wanted to make it with me, I already sent you the ingredients and told you what to do on the first step. So let's get started. The ingredients that you're going to use for this cake is really simple. You're going to use baking soda, you're going to use baking powder, you're going to use cake flour, you're going to use salt, you're going to use a bacon unsweetened chocolate bar, and then you're going to use semi-sweet chocolate chips. You're going to need eggs, you're going to need milk, you're going to need apple cider vinegar. And that is what we're going to use to create this amazing cake. So once you all come in, we will get started. Please make sure you all sprinkle me and say hello so that I know that we are moving in the right direction. I decided to do these cakes because the holidays are coming, and some of you think you are not a baker, but sometimes you start with too many things that are too complex. So let's make it simple, so that you can be able to bake for the holidays. Are y'all ready to get started? I'm going to tell you the first thing that I did. So I am live today on Facebook and on YouTube. So I am teaching on both of my platforms today. So I've already gave YouTube the ingredients of what we're going to start off with. And so now Facebook, I'm going to show you. So Facebook, in this pot that you see, this chocolate that you see, and if you want the recipe, you can write it down as I go. In that pot of chocolate, this pot of chocolate, I have 1 unsweetened bar of chocolate, 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup of water, and 1 stick of butter. You want to go ahead about 20 minutes ahead of time and put this on the stove and melt it all together. Give it a good stir and sit it to the side. All right? I'm going to say that again. I have 1 bar of unsweetened chocolate, 2 cups of sugar, 1 stick of butter, and 1 cup of water. You want to melt that, push it to the side. It has to cool off because we're going to add the eggs in here and the milk in here. These are all your wet ingredients. You also will have 2 eggs, and you will have 1 cup of milk with 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. The apple cider vinegar is going to basically turn this into buttermilk. It's going to make it get cluttered. It's going to turn it into buttermilk. All right? So are we good on that? I don't know how many people I have on YouTube. It's not showing me my numbers today. Somebody can give me a count. And the people that are cooking with me, I don't know if they're on here yet, but this is a 30-minute cake, and it's simple and it's easy. And so when I get into putting it together, I don't want to stop. Is that all right? All right. So here we go. We have our dry ingredients. The dry ingredients is 2 cups of cake flour. Whoever cake flour you want to use, 2 cups of cake flour. You want to put 2 teaspoons of baking soda in here and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. You want to put 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and then you want to add 1 teaspoon of salt. Stir that up really good, okay? These are your dry ingredients. These are your dry ingredients. This is all you need for your dry ingredients. Just take your baking soda, your baking powder, and your salt, and just kind of just stir it in. That's all we're going to need, okay? So the most important thing is to make sure that this chocolate is cooled off enough. And you're going to use some vanilla. A teaspoon of vanilla is going to go in the chocolate. So when I get ready to turn you down and start putting everything together, I'm giving you the ingredients right now. So that's why you are seeing me. Once we start putting it together, you're going to see the cake. I'm going to turn you down and let you see me put it together. Is that all right? I use crystal sugar, white crystal sugar, not powder. Does anybody need the ingredients? One more time. You're baking from scratch right now, Patty Gordon. So if you would write this down, you will have the recipe and you can use it for the holidays that's coming up. Is that all right? Very good. Let's get this cake going. Y'all ready? Everybody got the ingredients. YouTube, you ready? You ready, Facebook? All right. You're going to need a bowl. That's why it's called a dump cake. All right? So again, here's the recipe. Facebook still needs the recipe. 2 cups of flour. Your dry ingredients is 2 cups of cake flour. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. 2 teaspoons of baking soda. 1 teaspoon of salt. These are your dry ingredients. You will not need a mixer for this. We're going to whisk this. You won't need a mixer. We're going to whisk it, okay? Y'all ready? You don't have to sift it. It's cake flour, okay? It's cake flour. It's already been done for you. It's already been done for you. You don't have to. So if you follow the directions, you'll have this right. How y'all doing over there, YouTube? Y'all ready, okay? So we getting ready to turn you down. Okay, here we go. I'm going to turn you down. Well, I can push you back for you so you can see me also. Here we go. Let's push you back. Facebook. And turn you just like that. Okay? YouTube, I'm going to push you back. Just like that. And I'm going to turn it around so you can see. All right? All right. Everybody is looking good. Just one me, y'all. Just one me. And I thought I'd get y'all up on it this time instead of so far away. All right? Are we good? All right. So what we're going to do is, this is cooled off. You've already done the first step. You added your 2 cups of sugar, your 1 stick of butter, and your 1 cup of water. It's all been melted. 1 stick or one chocolate unsweetened bar, 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup of water, and 1 stick of butter. It's cooled down. You want it cooled down. It's cooled down, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to add the eggs. 2 eggs going in the wet ingredients. 2 eggs. Take your eggs and beat them up first to make sure that they're good. I had my eggs out at room temperature. So you're going to need 2 eggs. Kind of stir that in there. Next, you're going to add the 1 cup of milk. But in this cup of milk, you got to add 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. And it's going to clutter up the milk. But we want to add this into our chocolate. Just like that. And the reason why you need to cool off, because you don't want those eggs to cook. You want none of this to cook. It needs to be, you know, a nice warm temperature so that it doesn't cook on you. Okay? Just take your time and stir that in there just like that. Okay? Once you get that going like that, you want to take it and pour it into your mixing bowl. Yeah, whatever bowl you got, just it doesn't matter. You want to take all that and pour it in here, okay? Now what I'm going to do is get me a whisk. Put this in the sink. And you do not need a blender for this at all, or mixer for this. Let me show you what it looks like. Look like you're about to make some Jello bread pudding for us. Make sure y'all sprinkle. And YouTube, make sure you hit like. All right. So now you're going to take your dry ingredients and put them into your wet ingredients. Put the oven on 375. 375. And we'll get ready to mix this. So in your dry ingredients, again, 2 cups of cake flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of salt. That's it. That's it and that's all. Okay? We're going to put it in here. The cleanup on this is real easy. It ain't going to take a lot. We're going to cook this cake for 30 minutes. Okay? We're getting ready to start stirring. I'm going to sit down. Y'all can stand up, but I have to sit down because of my back. So let's go. You want to stir it till you mix it real good. Let's go get in there. It ain't gonna take that long. Put a little elbow work in it. This is a homemade cake. It's only taking 30 minutes. And for you all, you can do a combination of things. A combination of things. I have one more thing that I add in this. And I do 2 tablespoons of coffee. That's already cooked. Now, not raw coffee. Because I don't want nobody to mess this stuff up. 2 tablespoons. Perk your little coffee or take a little bit out your cup. You know why I use this? The reason why I add the little 2 tablespoons of coffee that I've already perked is because coffee enhances cocoa. Because coffee comes from the cocoa bean. That's just like if you were making a red velvet cake and you really like that flavor of cocoa. Add you some coffee in it. We're almost there. All right. All right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, Okay, it's mixed. Okay. Let me let you look in here. It's mixed. See that, YouTube? It's ready to go in the cake pan. All right? That's right. All right. Let me turn you back up. All right. It's ready. Let me let you see it, Facebook. It's ready. Now, somebody asked the question, can they add nuts? I wouldn't add it on the inside. I would add it on the outside. And the only reason why I'm telling you that is that this cake has to have a form of dents to it. It has to feel almost spongy like a brownie. And if you start adding nuts inside, and nuts have oil in it, then you could also cause it to have to cook a little longer. So if you're going to add nuts, add it on the outside of the cake. That's what I do. Like I add my chocolate Marshalls on the outside, my milk chocolate. So this is ready to be dumped. So what we want to do is, Jermaine Shuggs gave me this orange whisk, y'all. And I'm grateful for everything people give me. I use it, honey. He takes care of me. He's one of my wasps. So what we want to do, you can get Baker's Joy or whoever you're going to use. And spray your pan. I can use this type of pan, or I can use the kinds with the designs in them. It all depends on how much chocolate you want. Okay. I know you all remember me making this for you on Mama's Comfort Cooking. So we're just making it again. Thank you for the stars. I appreciate it. Those stars help me at that grocery store. Help me to cook. Is that all right? So now we're getting ready to pour it, okay? The vanilla flavor is going in. You're right. I almost forgot it. I love you. And thank you so very much, Miss Barbara. I did leave off the teaspoon of vanilla flavor. You need a teaspoon of vanilla flavor. Honey, I almost forgot, didn't I? It's sitting there in my face. Let's do a teaspoon. Thank you so much. That's the good thing about you all helping me. I appreciate it. I almost forgot that teaspoon of vanilla flavor. So, now for the icing, you're going to need semi-sweet chocolate chips and sour cream. That's it. I always like to do, I think I'm going to do me a ganache icing. But that's all you need for the icing. All right? And if you missed it, you'll have to hit repeat. Because we already missed it. We already mixed it up, okay? So let's get it poured in here. Oven is on 375. Oven is on 375. Set your timer for 30 minutes. This will be in my cookbook, y'all. Okay, it's ready to go in the oven. It's going to be liquidy. Let me show you YouTube. Let me show you Facebook. It will have liquid. It will be liquid. It won't be dense. It's going to be liquidy, okay? Very loose. Like you're making layered cakes. Okay? Got it? Not village extract, but vanilla. Vanilla extract. Let me let you see. It's going to be very loose, okay? That's how it's going to be. Get that little bubble out of there. I see a little bubble. 30 minutes in the oven. 30 minutes in the oven. You just created you a chocolate cake. Let's get it in the oven. What can you do with this chocolate cake? So many things. You can also turn this into a parfait. You also can turn it into an amazing one-dish parfait. 30 minutes for the timer. And your cake has begun. Your icing is going to be so simple and easy. Very simple and easy. Okay? The icing is going to consist of sour cream, and chocolate chip morsels. Semi chocolate chips. What you're going to need is a cup and a half of melted chocolate morsels, the semi. You will put them in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Stir it, and if it's still not melted enough, put it in there for another 15 minutes and stir it. Then you will take it out and you will apply 1.5 cups of sour cream to those 1.5 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chip morsels, okay? And that's how we create an amazing icing. And the cake has 28 minutes to go. You can do this for Thanksgiving. It's so simple and it's so easy. You can do this for Thanksgiving. You don't have to feel any pressure. If you think last minute, and then on top of that, if you want to, you could take this same cake, you can crumble it up, dump it again. Honey, do a dump cake. You can add you some chocolate pudding in there or vanilla. So you would put a crumble of the cake, put your pudding, whether it's chocolate pudding or vanilla pudding. If you want nuts in there, if you want chocolate chips in there, and then you add it and you do another cake layer, and then you do another pudding layer, and then you top it off with Cool Whip. And you just created a parfait. The kids will love it. It's simple. It's easy. This cake, if you took it and sit it on the table, people going to think you sweated a long time in the kitchen. But until you learn how to get into difficult cakes, you can do a lot. If you don't want to use the sour cream icing, you can make you a buttercream icing. You can make you a ganache chocolate icing. You can do it. It's really up to you. The oven is on 375. Most cakes we cook at a lower temperature, but because this is only going to take 30 minutes and it's the consistency of a layered cake, you don't need to cook it on 325. You cook it on 375. You don't have to have the coffee. I put it in mine because it intensifies the chocolate. It makes it taste better. It's like when you put cocoa in your red velvet cake. I always put coffee in mine. It enhances the chocolate. Coffee comes from a cocoa bean. They're all cousins. They brothers and sisters, or whatever you want to call it. So the icing will be next. I need to catch my kitchen up, but the icing will be next. And again, the icing is 1.5 cups of sour cream. You don't put the sour cream in the microwave, but you do have to melt the chocolate chips, the semi-chocolate chips, the semi-chocolate chip morsels is what you want for the icing. You want them to be semi-sweet. And what it does is that this rich dark chocolate has a bite to it in this icing because of the sour cream. And it's going to look the consistency of buttercream icing, but it's sour cream. It's kind of like when I show y'all how to make the biscuits, and the biscuits that have heavy whipping cream and flour only, because the heavy whipping cream got all the fat in it. So does this sour cream. semi-chocolate chips for the icing. Y'all good? It's best to do wet ingredients and dry ingredients. You got them separated. In the dry ingredients, you got 2 cups of cake flour, whoever you use, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Just set it aside. Those are your dry ingredients. Your wet ingredients is 1 unsweetened chocolate bar, 1 stick of butter. I use Land O'Lakes. You can use Challenge. You can use whoever you want to. And 1 cup of water and 2 cups of sugar. Then you're going to beat up 2 eggs. Set it to the side, because remember, when you mix the first set of those ingredients, you got to let that chocolate cool off. Once that chocolate, which is this, 1 stick of butter, 2 cups of sugar, and 1 cup of water, once it cools down, you beat your 2 eggs in there. Then you take 1 cup of regular milk and you add 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. It's going to clutter it up, but it's not going to make it thick. The reason why you don't use buttermilk is because the buttermilk is going to be thicker. Okay, it's going to be too dense. So you just clutter the milk up a little bit. So if anybody on here trying to tell you, yeah, you can use buttermilk, don't use buttermilk. The buttermilk will be too thick. All we want the milk to do is clutter up a little bit, not a whole lot. Okay? You know, I tell people, we have a lot of people on here that bake. But if they don't bake this, then follow what I'm showing you to do right now. What you decide to do with it later is your business. But if you want to just learn how to make it, then follow what I'm showing you right now so that it will come out right. And then after that, you can add whatever you want to. You can tag the pieces if you want to. You might come up with something and take it to another notch. I don't know. But follow what I'm telling you. I don't want you to use regular buttermilk in here. If that's the case, I would have put buttermilk in here. I don't want it that thick. You need it loose. All right? And it is an amazing cake, because you want it to have the consistency of a cake with a bite, but almost like a brownie. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. I'm just reading. How many people do I have on Facebook right now? Any questions, YouTube? What is cake flour? That's not ignorance. Don't say that. This is Swanson's cake flour. Cake flour just been sifted for you. That's all. It's just been sifted. You still have to add your baking powder and baking soda. It's just been sifted so you don't have to do the work. That's all. Okay? All right. Very good. And the cake is moving. We're already, it's got 21 minutes left. And just as soon as it gets down just a little bit, I'm going to start the process of this icing. It's really simple. We can make it. As a matter of fact, we'll go ahead and get started on the icing. And we'll just put it in the refrigerator so you can see the consistency of it, okay? All right. Baking is a very relaxing thing if you don't feel pressured to do it. I can't bake under pressure. And that's one reason why I don't bake to sell, because I can't deal with the pressure of somebody saying, well, I paid you $50 and I want my cake in 2 days. So I don't sell them. This is just something I'm showing you all. I used to bake a lot on here, but it seemed as though it become very taxing, because people wanted some recipes that I didn't want to share the recipes. And it just caused a lot of confusion. So that we don't have any confusion, we just do these things to show you. I do these things to show you how you can get through the holidays. All right. Make sure you sprinkle me. Make sure you like me. That's all I ask. Anything else you do for me, I'm grateful. But I really do need you to sprinkle me and like me. And send me some hearts if y'all following so far. Okay? So I don't want this to get too room temperature. So let me go and get us a bowl and start melting this chocolate and making this icing. All right? All right now. Here I come back. I'm going to need a cup and a half of the semi-sweet I'm going to need a cup and a half of we've got to melt these. So that's what we're working with. Just semi-sweet. And we are having a reunion next year. And if you like to register, you can. So that you can get great rates on the hotel. So you want 1.5 cups. You're going to put this in the microwave. All right. For 30 seconds. And if it don't melt quick enough, add another 15 seconds. But take it out, look at it, and stir it. And then you're going to need 1.5 cups of, it's equal, sour cream. 1.5 cups of sour cream. YouTube, y'all glad I'm over here? I'm coming now. I went on TikTok yesterday. My sister said, see if you can go live. I went over there and went live, honey. I didn't know what to do. I didn't even know how to get off the live. Y'all have to pray for me. Okay, so if it's not melted enough, add a little more time to it, okay? Yep, these are not melted enough. So let's just add us a little more time. What is the name of my YouTube? You're on it. Mama's Comfort Cooking. And my Instagram is Mama's Comfort Cooking. And my TikTok is Mama's Comfort Cooking. And on Facebook, I'm Mama's Comfort Cooking, Tracy K. Mitchell, Bible Study with Tracy K. Mitchell, and Mama's Comfort Cooking Family. Yes, we'll block the scammers in a little bit. Hey, Tammy. I love you too, Denise Dent. I love y'all. Yes, I do. All right, we're going to check on these and we're going to stir them. And this is so easy. So don't say you can't cook nothing or bring nothing. Bake this. It'll be quicker than you making macaroni and cheese. How about that? I really don't have to give you a certain temperature for this chocolate. You just got to know when chocolate is melted. You got to stir it. Take your time. You in control of this bake. All right. I think I'm going to hit this just for a few seconds. I really don't have to. But just for a few seconds. And then we're ready because it's melted. It's melted. It's melted. Okay. So get ready to do your 1.5 cups of sour cream. 1.5 cups of sour cream. I'm getting ready to turn you down some more Facebook. 1.5 cups of sour cream. YouTube, you'll see me right here. Who ain't moving good? You doing good, mama. I know, baby. You know, sometimes I feel like that grandmama. Y'all don't want to stop by and visit. Y'all forgetting about old girl. Pandemic over, ain't it? Back eating out, ain't it? Spending $40 for 2 people, ain't you? I'm tell you something. I cannot do it. And if I could, I'm refusing to. Okay. Because me and Avery, we went and got some Popeyes. And we just got, we got 2 chicken sandwich meals and an order of shrimp. And they said $29. And I started to tell them to take everything back. Just take it back. Put that back in there. I'll go home and cook my own. But I went on and bought it. Ooh, honey. So let's get us 1 cup of sour cream. You can put this in the refrigerator. Because you really don't need that sour cream sitting out. I shouldn't have had this sitting out. 1.5 cups of sour cream. That part. Who washing these dishes? Somebody. Ain't me. And you gonna get in here and stir it. Get in here and stir it. I know y'all think I'm crazy, but I ain't. I just made some icing. Ooh wee. I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator while I wait on the cake. Who ain't making icing? Who? Who ain't making icing? Who? Who? Yes, I is. Sprinkle me, baby. Mama doing good. It's Friday. I just made y'all some icing. Who gonna lick the spoon? Who gonna lick the spoon? I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator till the cake get ready. What about you? That's good. All right, hold on, y'all. Sing your praise for you done. together if y'all want to. I'm going to be making some more semi-homemade things too. Some quick and simple stuff to lead to the holidays. Hold on 1 second. Y'all know I'm getting these dishes caught up. Y'all already know. Right, no dirty kitchen, and I'm not coming back from no doctor's appointment with my kitchen dirty. Tell you what I'm finna do. Hold on. Now I'm gonna make some ganache icing. I think I want to make some ganache icing and put it and drizzle it on top of this other icing. I love ganache icing on my cakes. I think it's the best icing because I grew up that way. That's how my mama did it. And let me tell y'all another thing. Let me tell you something. I think what I'm going to need to do, let me tell y'all something. There are several things you can do if you're not a true cake baker. You can take cakes that's already been sifted. We're going to do some box cakes. You know, they've already been measured out for you. We're not going to follow the directions on the back of the box. And we're not going to put that on the back of the, we're not going to follow those directions. We're going to change them. And then that way you can make your own cake, semi-homemade. Now, if you want a delicious homemade cake, you can get in touch with Sweet Creations by Melinda G. And she'll take care of you. But if you just want put a little mustard in your life. So if you just want to make a cake, you can also use a box cake and make homemade icing. They'll never know. They'll never know. They'll never know. My Zelle account is NEWTRENDS 2001. New Trends 2001. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. We're all struggling right now. So I don't ask for stars. I don't even bring up the supporter badge. And YouTube, I don't ask for super chats. But whatever people do for me, and when they ask for my Cash App or my Zelle, I give it. So before anybody takes up a whole topic, I was asked what was my Zelle account. Now, you got to be foolish if somebody want to bless you. You let them. This cake right here is an amazing cake. And you don't have to feel like you have not done your part. You could do this for birthdays. If you got kids that love chocolate on chocolate, you could let it cool down. And you could get you some of the sugar white icing and get you a piping bag and go up under the bottom of it and put you some cream fluff in there. You can do all of that. You can turn it into whatever you want. So the holidays will be here. I'm telling y'all, it seems like every day is 2 days. This is, look how quick. Already August, what, the 5th? Before you know it. So, oh, Tamika Banks, I pray you feel better. So this is a simple cake. And after you start baking it, you don't have to let nobody know that it only took you 30 minutes to make this cake. You got 5 minutes left on this cake. So when I make my ganache icing, I use cocoa powder and I use powdered sugar. I use butter and I use vanilla. I use a little flour so that it'll have a little thickness to it. And I use canned milk. That's it. That's it. Good morning, Sandra Streeter from Florida. Y'all good, YouTube? Everybody good? We'll be through. Of course, you know, I showed you how to make the icing, and the cake has to cool. If you do it right now, you know that the sour cream gonna melt. Same way if you was using buttercream. Now, I could pour ganache icing on it right now. But all the other icings, no, they would just melt. All right? Y'all, please be praying for each other. And because we are all going through. I've been inflamed. That's why I'm going to the doctor. I've really been in pain. And it's been hard on me. But I keep moving because I have a little 9-year-old. And with the help of God and the strength of God, I keep moving. You can use whatever kind of canned milk you want to use. You don't have to. I use Carnation. But when you're making this icing, you can use Carnation or Pet. It really don't matter. Canned milk is canned milk. You can use a no brand. Save yourself some money. Stuff is too high in the store. We gotta quit getting caught up in titles. If you were raised a certain way on a certain type of cheese, like I love government cheese. I love it over Velveeta. I got me some government cheese in there. My commodity cheese. I must keep moving. You're right, Mother Joyce Anderson Jordan. I have to keep moving. But I've been in pain. Like, my foot is swollen. And there's so many people on here, you know, and we pray and we have Bible study. And, you know, I would love for you all to come sometimes. Even if you're not that into the Word of God, I would love for you to come. Because it's going to be a time you need it and you're going to need to know it. That's all. I'm not going to beat it down your throat. And you shouldn't. And you should practice what you preach. And y'all should quit looking at my big butt. Because I know my butt is big. I got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That's y'all problem now. Y'all worried about how big my butt is. I felt it in my spirit. Yes, it's big. How you think I got pastor? Baby, don't get me started. I can walk it. I can flip it back down and reverse it. I can. So when I make my ganache, I use Hershey's powdered sugar. I'm going to go over there and give me a little pinch of butter. About 2 tablespoons of butter. And about 1 good old tablespoon of flour. And some canned milk. That's how I do mine. Now, I only use half a cup. But if you ever want it, the recipe is on the back of here. But I don't like this recipe. I do my own. Because this is never enough. The recipe they give you on the back of this can, it ain't enough. Thank you. Honey. Ooh. 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 I like pockets, y'all. I like my pockets, you know. Ooh. You see? What? That's what cousin sister friend be mad at. She said I could turn to the side and you see it. What? See what? See what? See what? See what? Okay, we're getting ready to take it out. It's getting ready to be. We're done. It's just kind of like how we do them biscuits in 12 minutes. It don't take all day. I'm getting ready to show y'all, but I cannot icing it right now, but I can make another icing as it cools down. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to read. But y'all, we're going to have such a good time. So any mustard you like? What do you mean any mustard? I like the mustard, honey. I like to pray. Yes, I like mustard. I do. And there's different mustards. You know, you use different mustards for different reasons, too. Sometimes you just want a good gourmet mustard because you ain't had any. Let's take it out. Let's check it. Y'all bake this, so don't call me and ask me to make you no cake. I'm going to turn my oven off. And I'm going to flip this baby. But I got to let y'all see it one at a time. And y'all know my balance is off. So I have to get my little walker. And let me let y'all see it, okay? I'm going to get a good close-up for y'all. Here we go, YouTube. That's your cake. Look. It's ready. Y'all did it. Okay? That's what you just did. And I thank y'all for being with me and helping me. I do. Okay? Y'all can keep looking at it for a second. Hold on. Turn it down. Let me let Facebook see it. Okay, Facebook, let me get you a close-up on him. Okay, Facebook, y'all just did that. Look at that. And if I wanted it bigger, if I wanted it to just puff up and rise up to the top, all I had to do is add a little bit more ingredients, baby, and I'd have took it on up there. Y'all did it. Y'all, congratulations to y'all. Y'all are new bakers. I love y'all. I don't care what nobody say. I got the best people over here. You see? Simple and easy. Look at that. Okay? You want that little spring back in it. Y'all don't need me. Y'all got this. Y'all got this. Okay? All right. I don't know how y'all got to. Look at that. Y'all did that. So, we're going to flip it. I'm going to put it on some parchment paper. And I'm going to go around it real quick. We getting ready to flip her out of here. Just check her. Oh, she good. She said she flip her now. That's what she said to me. She said, what you say, Annabelle? Annabelle said, flip her now. She don't even want to play. Annabelle said, y'all can watch because she told me to flip her right now. Sometimes these cakes talk to you. She said, don't be waiting. Flip me now. I'm fin to, you know, but you don't have to get no attitude about it. But she said, go on and flip her while she hot. Child, sometimes people want you to flip them while they hot. Oh, yes. Let me turn that down for y'all. I'm finna go flip her. Let me go get me a parchment paper. I don't want her to slip. She said, don't stop till you see me sweat. Girl, hush your mouth. Thank you all that. Because you only take 30 minutes to get heated. All right, I'll get my little parchment paper. Get me a plate. We're going to flip her. Flip her, flip her, flip her, flip her, flip her. Faster than lightning. And she is. Y'all can talk to. she is, baby. She just as moist and she good to go. You can do with it what you want to now, like they said on Color Purple. You can do whatever you want to, but you can't have netty. Not never. Okay? So there you go, babies. There you is. She ready. She just need to cool down, that's all. But she moist. She juicy like Lucy. Yeah. So that's how you bake that. Now, you can do what you want to. Can I be honest with you? You can make 2 of them if you want to and put them on top of each other. I don't care. How many people I got on here on Facebook? You can do whatever you want to at this point. But it's got to cool off. You can't ice in it right now. So it's got to cool. So I'm going to make a little ganache. And it'll cool in just a minute. Yes, we just made the cake from scratch. But y'all, it's just coming in. I can't remake it. This is live. This is alive. And I wish y'all could smell it. It smells so good. Thank y'all for letting me know. So, in the time of it cooling off, you can start making your icing. We've already made it. We use sour cream. Let me turn this one off. Y'all know I like my kitchen clean as I go. I like to come home to no dishes in my sink. You got to keep that bathroom and that kitchen clean all the time. Somebody might want to use your bathroom and somebody might want to have something to drink. I can't melt this cake off to nobody. It'll melt. It's so hot. Just have to get it locally. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I always have my dishwater. Okay, y'all wanted me to show y'all how to make some ganache icing. Other than that, you just made your cake. So you can take depending on how rich you want your ganache icing, you can do a half a cup of cocoa. That's up to you. But I do use about 2 cups of powdered sugar. So this is just the extra icing. I had to look for my glasses because I couldn't read nothing. All right. So unless you just want to see me icing the cake, and I'm going to icing it, I really do appreciate you stopping by. It smells good in here. Y'all know I have to be very careful because, honey, you have a mess on your hand with powdered sugar. Just try to isolate my stuff so I don't have a mess on my hand. So I'm using 2 cups of powdered sugar. One cup. Try not to make a mess. Clean up behind yourself and you don't have to worry about nothing. You're gonna get it somewhere, but you know. And then 2 cups. 2 cups powdered sugar. And this is just extra icing that I'm making, okay? Yeah, please do. And not tomorrow, but I love you, Janice Martin. Janice has tried this as well. She can tell you how good this is. This cake is really good. And I'm using about 1 cup of cocoa. So I got 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of cocoa. I mean 2 cups of sugar. Y'all, that's why I'm going to the doctor for my pain. It makes things cloudy. Hold on. Now we're going to add us just a little bit of flour. Let me turn y'all down so y'all can see what I'm doing. I'll move you so you can see what I'm doing. So I just put 2 cups of powdered sugar in here. I don't like to use granulated. I used to, but if you stir it too much, you're going to have crystallized icing. Okay. Y'all can see it. Okay, just take your time. Mix that up. Ain't no heat on it yet. So you just mix your, and made a mess too at the same time. Mix your cocoa powder and your powdered sugar up. Okay. Then you're going to get you about a tablespoon of flour. Tablespoon of flour. As soon as I quit worrying about my stove. Hold on. And I'm sure you could turn this cake into cupcakes. Let me get a little flour. I just mopped my floor yesterday. So I'm trying my best not to get nothing on it. Go ahead and add you half a teaspoon of salt. You're going to need canned milk. Go ahead and get your canned milk. You're going to need vanilla flavor. I think I got some canned milk. I could be done all this for nothing. Carnation, you can do it. Here we go. Let's get started, y'all. Get all that mixed in good. I'm back. Turn your stove on. Wipe your can off because these cans be dirty. Okay. They'll probably tell me I can't get an injection for 2 weeks. So I'm using some Land O'Lakes butter. And I'm only using about a pat or so. This cake is almost ready to icing. Okay. All right. Let's open this milk. And if you need more sugar or something, add it. If it's not thick enough, take your time and work with your icing. And you'll use about a cup of carnation milk. Sometimes I use almost the whole can. It just depends on how I want it. And see, because this is powdered sugar, I can stir it. Thank y'all for the star. And that's all it is to this type of icing. Other than adding you a little vanilla. And once I get it going, I add some vanilla extract. See, it'll start melting and let vanilla. A good teaspoon will do you, or whatever you want. Tastes almost like a candy bar when you get through with it. Now the old icing, boy, you had to cook it and drop it in the water till it made a ball. Y'all remember those days? Those were the days. But with powdered sugar, you can stir it. With crystal sugar, if you stir it too much, it's going to come out crystallized. You ain't going to want that. You don't want to eat no crunchy cake with crunchy, well, icing crunchy, I should say. And if it's too rich, you can add a little more milk. I'm just getting it going good. Tastes good. And also with this sour cream icing, you can leave it out, but for me, I like to put mine in the refrigerator because sour cream will be going bad within a couple of days. So that's like getting a whipped icing cake. You want to keep it in the refrigerator for the best, so you can get the best result. Keep it in the refrigerator. If it ain't sweet enough, add your little more sugar. You control that. And you want it to come to a good ball, a good cook, so everything will blend in. Okay. So you want that all that to blend in good. Okay. You want all that to start to cook and blend in good. You don't need to whisk this. You don't have to whisk this. Ain't no reason to whisk it because it's icing. And it's got to cook and start blending in together. You don't have to. And that's how you make ganache icing. And you get it as sweet as you want it. That's how you make it. So we're getting ready to ice in this other cake. It need to be really a little more cooler. It ain't cool enough. Yeah. The internal heat, if it's too warm on the internal, on the inside, it'll mess it up and cause it to melt. I can come back and show y'all with me icing in the cake. But the cake is ready. I can come back once it gets to the right temperature. And I can do that for you. Yeah, you got to let it come to a boil and everything. That's it, y'all. I'm so glad we had this time together. Honey, just to have a laugh. Or sing a song. Sing, we just got started. And before you know it, comes a time. Honey, we got to stay so long. So, I didn't make a chocolate pie. I made a chocolate cake. YouTube, I'm going to sign off and I'm going to come back and show y'all with me icing it. I'm not going to make you wait. Thank y'all, YouTube, for coming over and being with me. I love y'all. I see y'all later. Bye. Okay, Facebook. I love y'all, and I'm going to come back and show y'all, do the video with me icing it. All right? I think I've been on here long enough. This icing, you just have to work with your icing. Taste your icing. And if it ain't sweet enough, get it sweet enough. Okay? I have to make this young man a birthday cake. My anniversary is on his birthday. And he loved this icing on his cakes. It's just an old way of doing things. Old school. I'm going to let you see it. It's already forming really good. It's doing really good. Come on, let me let you look at it. Let you look at it. See? It's already getting ready to start doing what it needs to do. Look at that. You see that, Tracy Coleman? I've been on here, Miss Shirley Gibson. You say you ain't seen me in a while. I've been on here. I just don't think they circulate me as much. But I've been on here. That's a little powdered sugar. I've been on here. Check your notifications. A lot of people are not getting their notifications. I haven't went nowhere. They probably want me to go somewhere, but I haven't went nowhere yet. Not yet. Not quite yet. And just let it slowly, it's cooking. But it's not cooking high. Yes, ma'am, I make chocolate pie. Son got one I make that he loves. So that's going to spread good. And you know, you can take this cake, you could shoot all kind of cream on the inside of here, flip it over. You could cut it in half, put you a fluffy icing in the middle. You can make a parfait, but you only make this cake in 30 minutes. You can do 2 different icings. You see that ball? You see? You have to stay with it. Because you can burn your icing. That's why you have to stay with it. All right, y'all. I'll come back when everything cools down and we're frosting this together. When I made this cake for y'all in 2021, y'all used to keep me on here for 2 hours talking. But like the people I follow, I don't get their notification. Like I follow Ricky Smiley. I haven't seen him in a while. And I know he on him. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more powdered sugar. You just switch back to me. Okay. I'm going to add a little more powdered sugar. I haven't seen cousin, sister, friend. I talked to her on the phone, though. She been busy. See? She'll make her visit. But I talked to her on the phone. Hey, Sharon Bateman. Hey, Nancy Adams. All right, y'all. Y'all, I still got them honey buns. We don't eat half of this sugar. I'm going to take y'all to church with me. My husband going to visit another church. Yes, I do, Miss Carolyn Green. I do. All right, y'all. I'll be back. All right. Do you make 2 types of frosting for the cake? I am, Miss Deborah Ferguson. I'm going to turn around and let you see it. I was watching one of your cooks this morning, and someone said October 1st, no one will be able to sell anything on Facebook. They said you can Google it to find out. Well, I don't sell nothing on here. Thank you for letting me know, Miss Mary Daughtry. Marie Daughtry. Thank you, Marie Lampkin. How many people are on here? I hate when they do that to me, because I hate I have to ask. Still got a little more because I wait for it to smooth out again, because I added some more sugar. So still got a little more lumps in there. But it's about to get there. All right. That's good. Hey, Cat Williams. Honey, I gave, in Bible study, I was talking about Lisa and thanking God for her wonderful praise report. Cancer free. Won't he do it? Yes, he did. I thought you sold cakes and other goods other than giveaways. No, ma'am, I don't sell my cakes. I don't sell. Sweet Creations by Melinda G. She sells, not me. No, ma'am. I give mine away. Everybody knows I don't sell. I can't get caught up in selling cakes because when I was going to do that, people was trying to turn me into a bakery. And I still have to sell houses. I still am a realtor. So I can't get caught up in just baking. And no, I'm not a baker. Baking take time. No, mother doesn't sell. No, I don't sell anything. No. My sauce. My everything sauce. My everything sauce. And I turned that over to my daughter. I can't deal with pressure like that. Hey, Marie Jordan from Mississippi. Patrice Robinson, hey. I can't deal with pressure. People stress me out. They start complaining about everything. And they want your stuff to be perfect. So I just bless as I feel like it. When I can. Some blessings I ain't even answered what I said I was going to do already. So I don't need to keep adding more weight to myself. I'm finna show y'all how creamy it is. You just have to work with it. You have to be patient when you're doing stuff like that. The other icing is ready. How much for everything sauce? How can I get it? Go to www.mamascomfortcooking.com and you'll see the everything sauce up there. How do you make a white frosting? How do you make a white frosting cream like the kind? Oh, it went away. Like the kind that goes into oatmeal. Oh, I don't know. But I know you can make it. You might have to Google it. Or if there's some bakers on here that makes it, they can tell you. Because if I want to fill mine in, I go buy it. But I know what you're talking about. You're welcome. I'm sorry I don't make it enough to tell you from the top of my head. Thank you, Miss Marie Jordan. Let me show y'all this. See? Just getting creamy. Smooth. Thank you for the star. Well, I could start another video icing the cake. But honey, it's time to cool it. It's about that time to icing it. Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to keep it on this side or turn it over on the original side. Might have to keep it like this. Still gonna get 8. So let me go ahead and put my stuff up. Throw the stuff away. It's gone. And I'll come back in about 10 minutes. You don't get notifications. I understand. I do. It's a process. It's a test. But it'll be over. It'll be over. They open me up when they want to. But this is a simple cake, and I'm going to come back. Thank you, Dick and Calvin. Please, I would love for you all to register, too, for the reunion. Okay? So, because I got to go back on YouTube and get ready to ice in this cake, I'm going to end this video and come back in about 10 minutes, and we're going to ice in this cake. Yeah, it's going to be over soon. This is just a temporary thing. They do this to people. I'm being shadow banned right now. Ain't nobody stays on top forever. I'm just being shadow banned. That's why I tell people, honey, I'm just an everyday person doing an amazing thing that I love to do. Feed my family. If you're seeking fortune and fame, then you set yourself up for failure. You can have the cake, Lashana Hayward. I wish you lived nearby me. Okay, I'll be back in about 10 minutes so I can get ready to ice in this, okay? I love y'all.